religion, and I'm trying to get the perspective as to where we're supposed to eating healthy, the whole perspective of ascension and spirituality, because I'm pretty sure in ancient Egypt, people weren't concerned about the food they ate because all this poisonous stuff wasn't going around. They had natural foods back then. So what I'm really trying to ask is, okay, so what if you, like right now, like I eat mainly alkaline and I fast every other day, but I don't treat it like a religion. Like I used to look at people who didn't eat like that, like something was wrong with them, but I don't do that anymore. Okay, my question is, are we saying that if you don't eat alkaline and you're fat, that you won't get a chance to ascend?
Okay, you got to maintain a 7. 7, if you look at the alkaline chart, is the green light. What Baba was always talking about, the green light, right? You got to maintain this green light. Now, let's say you eating alkaline every day. You drinking alkaline water. You eat kale, small grape tomatoes. You eat, different alkaline foods like squash. You might have eggplant. That's alkaline, right? What you want to do is maintain the 7, because the 7 is where you get picked up at. It's where the electromagnetic spectrum, your heart chakra, your green light is shining out. That's what they got to see you at when they come. And people that eat meat still can have a 7, but it depends on how much meat they eat. See what I'm saying? You got to stay balanced. You got to stay at that balanced frequency of the 7. If you drinking alkaline water, you eating all the alkaline foods, so you increasing your alkaline level. The average person is at 7.3 to 7.5. Your blood alkalinity level, you got to stay at 7.3. Your guard is up. Your etherical egg is functioning properly as far as sickness goes when you're at a 7.3 and 7.5. Now, you can go higher than that by just eating nothing but alkaline foods and not taking in the acid. I'm going to try to figure out a way where you can check your alkalinity level. When you get too high, like to an 8.5 or 9, if you're going up, right, because you're taking nothing but alkalinities, now you can come in and eat some acid. You ain't got to necessarily eat like a pizza, which is acid, drink some milk or something with you. You ain't got to necessarily do that. I'm just saying you can eat some type of like acidic fruits, like oranges, lemons, things like that, and you can balance your etherical egg back to a 7. You got to maintain the 7. Once you go below the 7, now your etherical egg is lowered to now these demons, and they really ain't demons, they really viruses and bacteria. Because Baba said a long time ago, he said that you got a halo around your head, and when that halo is lowered with the frequency of the color to red, these demons can then hover above you for 19 seconds and begin incorporating into your waves. He said it like that, right? But it's really dealing with bacteria and viruses. Once your aura is lowered, once your chakra frequency is lowered to a red, now you can be infected by bacteria or viruses, right? But if you study vibrating on the green light, you can't be infected by these negative energies. The negative energies really are bacteria and viruses, not really creeping, crawling demons like they told us. They created that world to throw us off. Really all going back to science. They said that the herbs that we were using were demons. The 72 demons that I talk about in the Scroll of Eyes, part 2 is going to talk about these as individual herbs. Like dandelion is one of the herbs they labeled as a demon, because they want to use their formulas. They use herbs, but they extract certain things from it and then make their own chemical-based drugs, and they put side effects with their potions. But you want to set that green light. And like I say, meat fights the protein.
I want you to keep in mind that there's different types of protein. When you're talking about meat protein, you're talking about third party. We get our protein directly where the elephant gets his protein, directly from the plant. Okay, so that's what melanated people are. Other thing is, the question you asked initially about ascending, right? You can't think of it as, oh, I'm fat. What you got to think of is I'm toxic, because if you are a certain bone structure and your mass outside of that exceeds certain level because of toxins, that's what you're thinking of. So in order to ascend, yes, you have to detox stuff. You have to become clean inside and outside. So that's what you're thinking, that our photosynthetic people, what they call us soul people. We are the sun people. You don't want to think of it as fat. Yes, leave the meat alone, okay, by your own power. The master of the elders, Melchizedek says, only a fool dust from the truth is thrown at them.
Yeah, right back, John. I just want to ask, man, what are some of the techniques, like say, a person from the South want to grow some oranges or strawberries or something, like what?
In the South, it depends on where you at. It depends on the climate. You study the climate. You can get a greenhouse. You'll be able to get a lot done with the greenhouse, because you can create your own atmosphere. And what you can start is your hydroponic garden. You know what I'm saying? Grow it in water. You gotta have water and sunlight. So I've been growing garlic garlic. I grow garlic, green onions, and I grow them inside my house. Just all I do is I took a garlic piece, put it inside of a clear jar, fill it halfway with water, and put it in the window. Once it grows stems on it and get the green leaf, I take it and then I put it into a pot. Then I water it and then put it outside when the sun hot, because it's still kind of cold down here now, but I put it out during like when it's warmer up, let it get a little sunlight, and then I bring it back in at night. At the end of this month, after the storm passed, I'm gonna plant them in the ground. You know what I'm saying? Watermelon and everything. So that's how I do the seeds. I just put them in the water, put them in jug, and just stick them in the window. Hey, look, let me say this, then I'll let the other people go. Bleach, it's 11 to 13. Alcohol beverages range from 2.49 to 7.69. The highest alkalinity alcohol you can buy from the store is Smirnoff. Smirnoff is at a 7.6. So if you drink Smirnoff, if you want to have you a drink, get your Smirnoff. Do your research on that. Another thing, most sodas have a pH in the range of 2.5 to 3.5 on a pH scale. That means they high acidic. Lemon juice is about 2.0 and battery acid is 1.0, right? So keep that in mind. Lemons are very acidic. Vodka tend to have a pH level of 4. So you're drinking vodka, you drink it straight acid. Saline and distilled water is 5.9 and 5.6 in alkalinity. When you go to the hospital and they give you the saline bag, they really give you acid. And that's at the hospitals that we go to. But at the elite hospital, at the hospitals where millionaires go, they pull out an alkaline bag. Look, at the hospital I went to, they pulled it out and gave it to me. At the regular hospitals, I ain't never heard them giving it to nobody, but this one white doctor, he gave it to me and it saved my life. The alkalinity bag, right? At the regular hospital, they call it the banana bag. So give them one of them banana bags, they're gonna bring them back. It's like a bag that's really alkaline, and they give it to you and then you can shake you all the way back. But they only give that to you if they like you, or for regular suckers, they get them saline, that'll make you sicker. Giving you IV makes you sicker, really. It gives you energy because they put the salt in it, but salt is really bad for the kidneys. Too much salt. Gatorade and all that type of, electrolyte. They call it electrolytes, which is a fierce. Their electrolytes is acidic. Their electrolytes is not alkalinity. Electrolyte. So the saline bag is like a 5 on a pH scale. If they go to the hospital, you go in there, you sit, and they start giving everybody the banana bag. That's what they call it. The elite, right? They give you this banana bag. They'll heal everybody in there, but that ain't gonna make no money off of it. You ain't gonna make no money giving everybody the banana bag. Distilled water has a pH of 5.4 or 5.7. You can go in the stores and see the alkaline water and you see the pH level. And usually it goes down after it sit on the shelf for a while. It loses electricity as it sit on the shelf. Then you go into protein. Protein range from a 4 to a 7. See, we're dealing with the chemistry of the body. And baking soda, which is at a 7, and it's actually a little bit higher than 7. It's like an 8, really, baking soda. That's why they pour baking soda on battery acid to neutralize it. So we're dealing with neutral, we're dealing with acidic, and we're dealing with alkaline. The batteries they got battery acid in it. When one of them spilled, I used to work at a battery place, and the battery spilled, they pull out baking soda and put it on to neutralize it. Because we're dealing with acidic and alkalinity. And my grandma used to tell me all the time, when your stomach boiling, go in there and get some hot, warm tap water and put 2 teaspoons baking soda in it, shake it around, and drink it. And then when I do that, boom, release the gas. So baking soda is a neutralizer to take your alkalinity level back up, to neutralize the acid reflux. Baking soda takes out acid reflux. But they want you to come take all these drugs and medicine that they try to give you. When you walk in a store from now on, don't look at the labels. Ignore the labels where it says strawberry soda or Coke or cake and cookies and cupcakes and candy. Ignore the name of the shit. Ignore that it says Snickers. Just change the word Snickers to acid. Change the word soda and strawberry soda and Coke and Sprite. Change the word to acid. The only thing you looking at is alkalinity versus acidity. When you walk in the store, you looking at the label and you got to translate that label into acidic or alkaline. And then you decide whether you buy it or not after that. If you translate what's on the front of that label, related to acid, and you buy it, you'll buy your own demise. Stop buying his soda, he'll stop making it. If he don't sell it, he ain't gonna make it. But as long as we buy it, he gonna keep making it. He gonna keep producing the acidic environment to keep us in. Our environment is acidic. The hood is deteriorating. The hood is deteriorating based on what niggas eat. The acid is eating the brain. So, start translating this shit, man. When you walk into Snickers, translate it to acid.
The body being like a battery also, and in batteries you need a cathode, an anode, and an electrolyte. So electro and light is where your alkalinity comes in at. when you're going for food and you're eating food, you need your food to be electrized or electric, because that's what